Hello, everyone. Welcome on the call. My name is Paul McCarthy, and myself and my good friend John Van Dusen will be doing tonight's call. So with that, I'll put it over to John to kickstart the call. Over to you, John.
All right, thanks, Paul. Hey, welcome, everybody. This is our special Wednesday Cloud Token call. We're glad you could make it on here today. John Van Dusen here from Canada. Really what the purpose of the call here today is to lay out Cloud Token for you, make sure you've got a good understanding of it, show you how people are having tremendous success with it around the world, and then you can make an educated decision whether this is a fit for you or not. Myself and my business partner, so you know where we're coming from, Joe Mohammed, we've been involved in the relationship marketing arena for the past 25 years full time. Over that time span, we built 3 different teams of over 200,000 people. We've had some big successes in the industry. We've had some companies let us down, and I'm sure most people on this call can relate to that. One thing we did learn over the past 2-3 years, we understood that crypto is the arena to be in. That's where you want to be. That's where major things are happening these days. And we knew we wanted to be heavily involved in that. The problem is we're not crypto experts. You know, the crypto arena can be a bit of a minefield out there. There's so many different opportunities. How do you know what is the right fit? What's going to have the longevity? What's got the real people behind it? So about 2 months ago, we got a call from Paul McCarthy, my good friend in Ireland, and his business partner, Matthias Guzda. Let me tell you a little bit about these guys. First off, they're world-class networkers. I've known Paul for over 12 years, done some huge things in the industry. But more important than that, for me, they are crypto experts. They have taken the time to educate themselves on everything regarding crypto. They know more about crypto than anyone I've ever met. And, you know, they put that knowledge to use because in the past 3 years, they've gone out and generated 9 figures in earnings in the crypto arena for themselves. Now, you know, we've heard lots of stories of people like that. They're the only ones that I know who have personally done it, and that's 9 digits after the decimal point. So when they called and they said they had something big in crypto that was going to be here for a long time, of course, Joe and I were all ears. So we listened to them. They laid out Cloud Token. Everything they said just made perfect sense. They told us of the people behind it, where it was going. Everything resonated with us. And we knew that they had done their due diligence. Being the experts in that arena, we knew that they had asked questions we'd never even dream of asking. But we did our due diligence. We dug in, we looked it all over top to bottom, and we knew that this was real and it was going to be real big. So we got to work, we started sharing it with people, and you know, with leaders around the world, the response was just huge. We have people like CJ and Mark, Rebecca, Jackie, Kevin, Don, Greg, so many people just get the picture right away on what we had, and they started building, and we were off and running. Now, at the end of June, we got the opportunity to fly over to Malaysia. It was a tough flight, about 30 hours to get there. It about knocked us on our butts, but I'll tell you, it was well worth it because when we got there, the first thing we did, we met personally with Paul and Matthias. They had just set the company record for getting to the C4 level. That's the second highest rank in the company. They had been involved, I think, 2.5 months. At that point, they were making around $50,000 US per day. Pretty impressive in a short period of time. We met a lot of the other leaders from the company as well. I had dinner with one guy sitting beside me. He got started. When he started with 25 Bitcoin. Put 25 Bitcoin in, had it working for him. He was immediately making $1,000 a day on that. Now that's impressive, but the reality is I don't have 25 Bitcoin. Pretty sure everybody on this call doesn't. But what was amazing, we met so many other people that really saw the vision of what was here, but they didn't have a whole bunch of money to start with. They literally had to scrape together $600, $700, $1,000, $2,000, whatever they could start with. and then they got busy sharing it with other people. And those same people, in just a matter of 2, 3, 4 weeks, were already earning by sharing this amazing situation $1,000 a day, $2,000, and a whole bunch more. Now that's impressive. That's not something we've seen in 25 years in this industry. We got the chance to meet with Ronald Dye, the driving force behind Cloud Token. Amazing guy. We spent 3 hours with him. He showed us the vision of Cloud Token, where they started, where they're going, how it's all rolling out. And then he opened up his laptop and he showed us the Jarvis bots trading. 200 bots trading live right before our eyes on 32 different exchanges, executing trades, generating profits that we all get to share in. He showed us one account on Binance, just one account that had over 13,000 Bitcoin in it. So we saw it all firsthand. We know how real this is and how high caliber the people are behind it. We came home, and I'll tell you, it's been a big summer because we've been making this thing happen and helping anybody who wants to do something. So what I'd like to do, Paul, is maybe ask you a question. You know, with you guys' success in the crypto arena, you don't ever have to do another day's work. Your kids don't. Their kids don't have to. Why in the heck are you here? Why are you so focused and committed and going after this thing so hard? What do you see that made you flip that switch?
Thanks, John, and thanks for the introduction. But like as John said, guys, he pointed out some facts. What brought me back into the industry? For the past 1 year, I was out of the industry. The last project I'd done, I went there with the company was going one direction, and I went another direction. And I wished them well, and I wished them a lot of success because I've done a lot of work for them over a few years. Met a lot of good friends there. So I stayed out of the industry. I looked at every single deal, myself and my business partner, Matthias. Over that year, I have lots of good friends on this call. I have lots of good friends doing other deals in the industry. And we looked at everything. Like, the truth is, I love the industry. I've been in the industry since 2008, and I fell in love with the model of multi-level marketing when I looked at some of the biggest names in the industry in this space. And I fell in love with the concept of you could share a product, okay? Now, everything's online. Back then, it was physical products with somebody, and they could share it with their friends and families. The product will do them good, and you can make a residual income. When I understood true residual income and how this industry works, I said, why isn't everybody doing it? My first company is Synergy Worldwide. My dad still takes the product to this day. It actually made a huge change in his life. So when I saw the model and when I saw how it worked, I fell in love with the industry. And over them years, it's like an apprenticeship. I've been involved in some companies that are still here today. My first company. And I've done extremely well. I've been involved in some companies. The owner had a big vision, but he couldn't deliver on the vision, and I was very disappointed. So I had a mixed bag, you know. But overall, it was positive. And for the past 1 year, we looked at all the other products and all the other companies. And one thing I ask everybody before I look: will they show me proof of the product? And in the past few months, there was a lot of different wallets in the marketplace. And I looked at all the other wallets. Some of them, the price was going way up very fast. I wondered why. Not any wallet came to me and were able to show me proof of what they were doing. So for me, it was a personal thing. I wished them well. I didn't get in. But when Matthias came to me with Cloud Token, and he told me about Ronald Dye. Ronald Dye was the key for me. To have the man behind 4th generation blockchain come into the space of network marketing and take on this huge project in Cloud Token. And when you listen to Ronald Dye, when you sit down with him, especially in his company, when you hear his story, where he's come from, who he's worked for, what he's done in the industry, what he's done in this whole space, trust me, once you understand what was going on, and I did from the very, very start, I understood where he wanted to go. He told me, Paul, what I want to do is be the first wallet in the world, but to do it live on a block and on the blockchain on a phone and create something very similar to WeChat Pay. I said, Ronald, that's a very big goal. He goes, Paul, I want to be the first person to bring fiat currency and cryptocurrency together and show the world it works. I want to be the first person to create true utility. So he says, and this is key for me, I want your mother, your brother, who would never ever do network marketing, want to use our app. He goes, because what we're going to launch in a few months is something called OTA, the travel. And guys, it's ready. It's coming next month. It's been pre-tested. So that means from inside the app, you could book hotels, you could book trains, you can book holiday destinations, all from inside the application. Also next month, Grab, they've just done a deal with Grab and they're rolling out the test period next month. Grab is huge. So he's creating true utility. So to answer John, when I heard Ronald and when he laid out the vision for me early days in this project, this is the reason I came back in, because I said, like, there's a lot of people that we've helped over the past few years in this industry, you know, and there's a lot of people in this industry that the past few years didn't go too well. So I said to come back into the space and to get behind this project, because when I get involved in a project, I don't work at 4 hours a day. I don't work at 5 hours a day. I'm all in. And I'm all in this project. I'm after setting out a big goal. And myself and Matthias, we've already been on a few Asian tours. I'm in 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm up. I'm going to Dublin and I'm flying to Poland for the big event. And we're making things happen here, John, you know, and it's only just the beginning. I only came into this project on the end of April. So like, it's only a few months, but what this man has achieved in 4 months would take another company 4 years. And I mean that from what we're seeing him doing week after week.
Well, I agree completely, Paul. You know, I posted up the link to Ronald I's Facebook in the chat. This guy is amazing. What they're executing, to see them execute day in and day out, and the transparency is off the charts. Now, Paul, you know, I know you and Matthias, you're doing extremely well. I think you guys are over $60,000 a day now, which is incredibly impressive. But for me, where the rubber really meets the road is, are your people making money? How many people, you know, how is it going for the people on your team? And how important is it to know that your entire team are making money every day right from the start?
Yeah, well, John, the key thing about this industry, why do people get involved in network marketing? A lot of people on this call, and guys, I've done it for many years. I owned, and I still own some traditional businesses. I just don't do multi-level marketing. But a lot of my family work in a 9-to-5 job, and that's fine. That's what they want to do. People come into this industry, and when I came into this industry first, I was working for Coca-Cola 15 years, just made redundant. And I opened my own tires and mechanics business. So I was working many hours. And when I saw the industry and when I saw the concept as I previously explained, why did I get in? I got in because I wanted to make residual income. And so when I got in, and over the years, you also meet like-minded people, entrepreneurs, traveling around, you meet all different people and go across the world. But the main thing people come into this industry is to make that residual check. And over the years, my favorite compensation plan was a binary. But the challenge I found sometimes with a binary, John, was this, and this is very important. In a binary, in most companies, whether it be a product or a digital service or a crypto asset, there's no residual check. It means you have to go out, okay? You have to obviously talk to friends and families, tell them about the product. If they believe in it, they join, and there's a commission structure there. Just like eBay, if you recommend a book, just like Amazon, or just like Sky TV. If you recommend, it's referral marketing. But what's very good about this project in Cloud Token, the day you join the project, when you put your funds in and they go to work in Jarvis, you're making residual money from day one. So everybody comes in, gets paid every single day. You turn your mobile phone into an ATM machine. And what we're seeing, the results we're seeing, John, some people making $50 a day, some people making $100 a day, some people making $500 a day, some people making $10,000 a day, and so on. But every single person in the team is making money, whether they recommend somebody or not. So what happens when you don't have to recommend nobody. What happens? You're sitting down with a friend or family saying, listen, instead of putting your crypto assets on Bittrex or Binance, why don't you put some on our application here and get paid to do it? Nearly everybody in the online world now holds crypto assets. Who doesn't want to make money out of their crypto assets? And when people, and I encourage everybody on this call, because I know there's some people on this call for the first time tonight. There's some people on the call very skeptical, probably looking at this project. I'd encourage everybody on this call, do your due diligence on Ronald Dye. Ronald Dye is the cornerstone of this business. Ronald Dye is the man behind the project. Yes, he has a team of people, but he's the man that's leading the way. When you look at this gentleman, go on Facebook, look at his past 15 years, check all the previous companies he worked for, check all the previous projects. And when you finish doing your research and you look what we got on the table here, I'd be surprised, even if you're skeptical, I would be surprised if you don't join the project.
Well, no question about it, Paul. You know, 25 years in the industry, we've never been involved with something where everybody is making money every single day. And when that's happening, they don't go anywhere and they tell other people. So it spreads like wildfire. What I'd like to do is just walk through how we make the money. It's really, really simple. There's really 4 different ways that you can make money here. Number 1, completely passively. Do absolutely nothing. Who doesn't want to get paid every day for doing nothing? How does that work? You load up your free Cloud Token app wallet. You put your funds in there, get them into Jarvis. Every single day, you're going to share in the company's profits. You're going to receive between 6 and 12% per month paid to you every single day into your Cloud Token wallet. That's for doing nothing, telling nobody. Your initial outlay of funds are available to you anytime you want. What you're paid every day is available to you to liquidate anytime you want. Who doesn't want that? Everybody on the planet does. Now, the second way is with the Cloud Tokens. Every single day we get paid in Cloud Tokens. You can immediately turn them into Ethereum or soon some other cryptos, currencies as well. Withdraw them, turn them into fiat. You can do that every single day if you want. You can also hold them if you want, if you choose to. Now, why would you want to do that? Well, the Cloud Token has risen by almost 60% in value over the last 3 months. So the more Cloud Tokens you have, as they're going up in value, it's just more and more revenue for you. But if you want to hold some, if you want to liquidate them all, that's totally up to you. It's your business. You're the person in control. Now, the third way that we make money here is by telling other people. Who in the heck doesn't want what we have? Everybody wants to get paid every day, completely passively if they want. You start sharing it with people, now you can really expedite your daily earnings. Because let's say you share it with me. I love it. I put some funds in. Let's say I'm making $500 worth of Cloud Tokens every day. Guess what? Because you told me, you also get $500 worth of Cloud Tokens each and every day. You match 100% whatever I'm paid in Cloud Tokens every single day. So you can tell me, you can tell your brother Bob, you can tell your sister Sue, the guy at work, anywhere. They're all looking for what we want or what we have. When they get involved, whatever they receive each day, you match it 100%. Now, it's not too long. They figure out, hey, maybe I should tell some people. This is what everybody's looking for. They start sharing it with other people. Now, as they start bringing people on board, because of course they want this, you pick up a 50% match on what all of those people receive every day in Cloud Tokens. This can get big in a hurry. And then as they tell people, through levels 3 through 21, you can pick up a 5% match on all the Cloud Tokens everybody's receiving every single day. I'll tell you, your Cloud Token wallet starts getting full in a hurry just by sharing this with people. Now, you start moving up the ranks, it gets even crazier. You build a team between all of them. If they've got $200,000 worth in total between everybody in there working in Jarvis, you move up to C1, you get another 5% matching bonus on the Cloud Tokens being paid throughout your entire team. So you get a nice pay raise. Okay, help 3 of them become C1, you now become C2. You get another 5% match on everything happening in your team. Help them become C2, you become C3, another 5%. C4, another 5%. Once you hit C5, you get to share in the revenues of the entire company. Paul and Mateus hit C4, I think it was 2 months. Doable for anybody. All you have to do, get busy and share it. The fourth way that you make money here, let's say you bought a Bitcoin, you had a Bitcoin, and let's say it's worth $10,000 today. You put that in there, you're going to get paid on it every single day in cloud tokens into your cloud wallet. Okay, let's say Bitcoin jumps up to $80,000 a Bitcoin 2 months from now. Well, you've got 1 Bitcoin still that is yours. You can pull that out and you can capitalize on the whole increase in value of that Bitcoin. That is huge. So not only are you catching the rise in value of all the cryptos out there, but you're being paid every single day as well. Everything immediately liquid for you. You're the person in control. You get to decide what you want to do with your daily earnings, your initial outlay. It's all available to you. So, Paul, does that accurately describe the ways that we make money here?
Yeah, John, that explains it perfectly.
Okay. Well, I want to ask you a question, Paul. You know, when I first started looking at crypto, everything was speculation. I had to have a fortune teller. I had to have a Ouija board out on the table and a crystal ball and a magic wand. And I had to guess when to buy a crypto, when to sell it. And if I guessed wrong, I took a beating. Well, you want to talk about stress in your life? That's a rough way to live. Let me tell you, one misstep and it can all go sideways on you. Paul, there's no speculation here whatsoever with the way the reserve fund is set up. Could you maybe touch on that a little bit, where nobody has to be stressed out and trying to guess when to buy and sell and all that other nonsense?
But basically, the way this is structured from the start and the way it was set out from the start has never changed. What Ronald has done, this is not an ICO. You cannot buy cloud tokens. Therefore, we will never be on the CoinMarketCap. We will never be on the public exchange. This is something at the start that I really wanted some clarification around, because I'm used to, if a coin comes, you know, I've been involved in projects before where they were trying to bring centralized and decentralized together. And I've been involved in projects where fully decentralized. And what Ronald said to me is, Paul, the way we are going to structure this, he says, will be the only way you can get cloud tokens is earn them as a reward. So what he's done from the start is set up a reserve fund. So it works like this. If you participate in Jarvis and put some of your crypto assets in Jarvis, what happens then? Jarvis then, they go trading on the exchanges. We're working with 38 exchanges, I think, and there's 200 bots. We only use the biggest exchanges in the world. And as John said, when we were in Malaysia, Ronald opened up, and he does this for anybody. He'll do it in Poland in the weekend, showed us Binance, showed us the accounts, showed us the bots, showed us every single thing. And what happens then, when profits are made, and only when profits are made, they go into another pool called the reserve pool. What's very good about the reserve pool is this, okay? People said, can I see the reserve pool? How do I know the reserve pool is there? What they're doing, they're working with Ledger. Ledger are doing an audit on the whole business, and Ledger are going to verify once a month for us that the money is in the reserve pool. So, and why are we doing it this way? Because every time the reserve fund goes up, through profits from Jarvis, through profits that are made from the Grab, which is a new project coming on board. They're also launching SIM cards. So anything that comes in next month, OTA, the travel portal. So like, that's what I'm saying. There's so much stuff being launched all inside the application, okay? Every single time profits are made into the reserve pool. Every time the reserve pool goes up, so does the price of the token. So every single cloud token is backed by the reserve fund, and the reserve fund will be held in USDT. Okay. Now, on the other side of that, let's say somebody who gets cloud tokens wants to convert them. He converts them through the application, and when he converts them, then the reserve fund, the USDT is converted to Ethereum, and he gets paid in Ethereum. Then the price of the token will go down. So no, the next part is very important. Since we started this, we've seen the price of the token go from 30 cents. It went up fast at the start. Now very steady. There's no big mad ups and downs, okay? Very, very steady. Watch this now. People say, okay, Paul, it's fine for now. What happens next year? Let's say like yourself, some very big leaders, or a big group, doesn't matter. It already happened in China, I'll explain in a few minutes. Decide to leave the project, and everybody goes in under one day and wants all their cloud tokens converted to Ethereum. Where will the price of the token go on? Let's say the whole company did it, guys. The price of the token went to zero. Is the company over? Think. It's not. Why? Because there's two pools. The profits that go into Jarvis through the travel portal, through Grab, through the trading. Every time profits are made, what happens? Some profits, the price of the token goes back up. Your Bitcoin that you put into Jarvis remains one Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin goes to 100,000, your one Bitcoin is 100,000. If Bitcoin goes to 1,000, it's 1,000. This is a separate pool to the reserve pool. So what happened recently, there was another wallet, and the other wallet went down. Okay? What happened, there was 10 million withdrawn from our system. In 1 week, 40 million was withdrawn. Every single payout was done, no problem. The way the system is built is very, very clever. Matt, if you go onto our YouTube channel, okay, and I think John put in the links, Matthias did a 20-minute detailed breakdown video on a whiteboard explaining the reserve fund and explaining if everybody did it's called a run for the bank, wanted the money in the same day, how robust the system is. I encourage everybody on the call to look at this. Why? If you're talking to somebody, especially somebody who has knowledge in cryptocurrency, and he's asking you questions, you need to know this. And for me, the more I see the system, the more robust I see it, and the way it's designed is very, very clever. Over to you, John.
Yeah, absolutely, Paul. I mean, the way it's all put together, you know, we're not having to sit there and speculate and guess and anything like that. It's built for longevity for each and every one of us. I'm going to pop in the video here in just a second into the chat that you referred to. I'm also going to put in a recent 3-minute video showing the future of Cloud Token. Paul, could you maybe go in, just give us a little snapshot on the future of Cloud Token, where you see this going, what's coming down the pipes for us?
Okay, the way I see it's going over the next few months and few years is what I said earlier. Like, the end goal is to create an application with true utility. There's many fantastic cryptocurrencies out in the marketplace, but really the best ones are in the top 10, maybe top 5 in coin market cap, where most of the money is. And what we're going to see over the next 5 and 10 years is cryptocurrencies here to stay, obviously, and a more mature market. We're going to see the big boys from Wall Street come more into it. We're going to see ETFs. We're going to see the whole market in the blockchain space explode. And that's what we're going to see. And what we're doing here with Cloud Token, we're the first to go live on the blockchain. We're on the Aura blockchain. It's a hard fork of this beta system, 4th generation blockchain that Ronald built. And that's on the mobile phone. So Ronald wants to do everything on the mobile phone and to create true utility. That's the key, guys. Any crypto asset, why are people buying Bitcoin? Why are people buying Ethereum? Okay, they're buying it because they believe in the future of it. What's going to happen in 5 and 10 years from now? All our kids, all our loved ones, everybody will be using cryptocurrency. Everybody will be spending it at the local shop. Right now, it's early days. There's not many people. You can't go to SuperValu and directly spend your crypto asset. There's people coming up, and there's people breaking through them doors, and there's actually one concept is actually doing that, spending it directly. Other people, you're using Wirex. You have to convert first into fiat currency and then spend. But what Ronald's doing here with the likes of Grab, with the likes of the OTA, the travel, with the likes of the trading, and there's going to be many more projects coming. The SIM card, what's that? A lot of us travel all over the world, and we all know the price of roaming. It's very expensive. We now have a SIM card, which is being launched very soon, that you can use, and basically the roaming all over the world is for half nothing. So that's what you're going to see, John, as the next few months and few years play out. We're going to see so many projects within the application, and anybody, not even a network marketer, anybody on the street will want to use the application. Why? Because it will save them money. Why will someone want to use the product? Then when they save money on a travel or a flight or a holiday destination, they might look in and say, we're trading. They might look for other projects. And that's the end game to creating something very similar to WeChat Pay.
Yeah, it's so powerful when you get your head wrapped around it, Paul, because all of these projects, there's going to be huge demand in the general public out there, and they're all going to be generating profits to the company going into the reserve fund, driving up the value of Cloud Token for all of us. So the end game that we all want is accumulate as many Cloud Tokens as you possibly can. You can do that passively. You can do that by sharing with other people. It's completely up to you. You know, Paul, every day we get people asking, you know, how the heck do we share this with people? How do we get the word on this out there? You know, as I mentioned, Joe and myself, we built 3 different teams of over 200,000 people. We've always done that using a 1-2 system, a very simple system that'll lay out the big picture on something to somebody. It'll get decisions and it'll help them duplicate very rapidly. Well, we had confusion on the team. People are asking us, what do I send? What do I say to people? So we knew we had to put a system together here. We went and talked to a very high-level IT company that we know very well. We gave them the specs on what we wanted to build a Cloud Token marketing system that everybody could use to move quickly and simplify their lives. That system is now available. We've got it out there. We put it in play. It's called the C5 system because that's what it's designed, get you to C5. Joe and myself have used this system. Just in the last 7 days, we put in 13 personals, brand new personals, using this system that now have all funded. They're using the exact same system. They're already building, exposing people, bringing people on board, getting decisions, getting the duplication. So what I wanted to do is just share with everybody on this call. The IT company has made this available to everybody. This system, very, very affordable. The beauty of it is it's just one link to share with people. You share one link, it starts the whole process where they can get the information, they can make a decision, they can get started, and then they can duplicate that. And they can do that all in the same day. So it makes us have much wider reach and be able to move at much quicker speed. The beautiful part is they actually take Cloud Tokens for the system. It's only $99 US once a year for the entire system. It's open to any cloud members. They own the system. We're just putting it out there for everybody because with the unique situation here, when one person wins or there's growth anywhere in the company, it helps everybody with the Cloud Tokens. So if you want to have a look at it, I'll post it here also in the chat. You can go have a look at the system. You can look at the demo video there. It's called qr.cr/Cloud Token. qr.cr/Cloud Token. Make sure you have that Cloud Token in there. That'll get you to the Cloud Token system. Watch the demo video. You'll love it. It's going to make your life so much easier. So with that, Paul, anything else to add here before we wrap up?
No, John, I think we covered a lot there. So there's probably so much more to cover because there's so much stuff going on. But oh yeah, one thing, guys, anybody on the call, I would encourage everybody, and I say it many times, if you want to really make it big in this industry, get into the middle. Get into the middle and meet the people. The most important person to meet is Ronald I. We're going to be in Poland for the next few days. I know there's a few from Ireland coming with us. And we're going to have the opportunity to meet Ronald I in person. Lots of new people are coming. If you can get to this event, please get to the event. I can't encourage it enough because once you sit with this man, the confidence and the belief you get in this business trust me, it will put so much belief into you when you're talking to people. And what'll happen is that nothing will knock you. No matter what people say or what their opinion is, it won't knock you because your confidence will go through the roof. So I'd encourage everyone, John, if they can be there, come to Poland.
Yeah, absolutely. And a major event happening in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, coming up beginning of October. You're going to be 10,000 plus people there. You know, if you really want to do something big with this, just dive in, immerse yourself in this, keep it simple using the tools, but get yourself up to speed, be part of the movement. That's where the big winners come from. So Paul, appreciate you jumping on here today. We appreciate everybody else jumping on. Hopefully it's been enlightening for you here today, and you can see that this is a vehicle that can get you and your family to where you want to go. So with that, we'll go ahead and wrap up the call. Thanks so much, Paul. Make sure to say hi to Ronald and the whole crew over in Poland for us, and we'll be back next week with another big call. We're here to help everybody. Have an awesome day.
Okay, thank you, John. Take care now. Thank you.
You bet.
Bye, everybody. Take care.